fuck yo lame ass 9 to 5. Make art, baby. Come on. Shit, boy. I'm like having like shadow boxing and shit. I'm so excited to talk about this video. Holy shit. Before we get into that, if you don't know who I am, let me intro myself real quick. You're like, who the hell is this guy on my screen getting all hype and shit? My name is Jaden. I'm a mystic. I'm a philosopher. I'm a polymath. I'm a healer. And it's my mission to help as many artists as possible live their most free and authentic lives by helping them understand who they truly are and helping them express who they truly are. And so I'm so passionate about exploring the topics of art, philosophy, mysticism, and even like relationships, intersexual dynamics. Because I'm just so passionate about helping people just live a beautiful life. You know what I mean? And mainly helping my artists, my rebels. You know what I mean? And if you want to take your artist journey, your alchemist journey to the next level and join our spiritual community, you can join us, first link description over in Masters of Alchemy, all right? So that's a bit about me and our mission here. Let me tell you my story, okay? So, back earlier this year, in January, I started working at Planet Fitness. And I was hyped because I was going to be, working there part-time, just making some money here and there so I can, one, I was hyped because I was going to get a free gym membership there. So that was sick because I wanted to start lifting. I wanted to start working out. So that was dumb hype. But also, I was going to be more social. I was going to be around more people. I was going to be making some money so I can put it into some business expenses so I can buy some weeds and shit. You know what I mean? You feel me? And so, I was hyped for getting that job, right? I've been against getting jobs for a long time, especially like full-time. I've really only gotten like part-time jobs for the last like 2 years because I just don't like the fact that like people and causes that I don't give any fucks about are getting most of my energy. Like, that's insane to me, bro. You know what I mean? And so I stayed away from jobs for a lot of the time, but I wanted to make money. Money good, you know what I mean? Money awesome. And so I was super hyped to start working at Planet Fitness. Now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, 2 months in, I started hating this fucking job, bro. I started getting so depressed, bro. I was hyped because I was lifting, and that was cool. I was vlogging, that was fun. But I just felt like I wasn't actually able to, like, give the energy I wanted to, like, my artistic pursuits or to my business, my entrepreneurial pursuits, how I really wanted to. I just felt like even though I was working, like, 12, 15, 18 hours a week, I still had so much of my mental bandwidth going to that job, right? I have to think about, oh, when's my schedule? Am I going in today? Am I going in tomorrow? You know what I mean? Do I have to wake up early tomorrow? Am I going to be up late, later tonight? You know what I mean? I liked going to sleep early before I started working at Planet Fitness, but I started getting a lot of like evening shifts, like 4 to 10 p.m. And I mean, I put that as my availability because I was trying to make money. And so it's like, charges to the game. But I started realizing, I'm like, ah, man, going to sleep this late is actually kind of whack. Like, I started going to sleep again at like 11, 12. And it's not that I don't like going to bed that late. I don't mind it. But in seasons where I don't have all my time to myself, so like when I have a job, I want to have those early morning hours to myself. But I can't have those hours to myself if I'm too fucking tired from last night. And so like, I really enjoy waking up at like 4, 5, 6 a.m. And, having like a slow early morning of like, reading, meditating, journaling, and then, like showering, stuff like that. And then getting into my creating after like an hour or two, maybe even like going on a walk before I start making stuff. I love having that. And if I'm waking up at like 7, 8 o'clock, I can't really have that, right? All of the world is already awake at that time. And it doesn't really work the same way. You know what I mean? Like those hours of 4 to 6 a.m. hit different, bro. Like 4 to 6 a.m. are different hours. Like these are different hours than like 8 to 10 p.m. or even like 12 to 2 p.m. It's different shit, bro. I'm telling you, it hits different. And so I was kind of sticking because I was at Planet Fitness, but I couldn't really like operate how I wanted to operate in terms of my actual life. And this started affecting me mentally. I had an assistant manager at Planet Fitness. His name was Josh. And he had been working for like the Planet Fitness, I don't know if it was that one specifically, but just Planet Fitness in general, for 7 years. Right? I think Josh was like in his mid-30s. And he has a wife and a daughter, right? And he always talked about, like, Josh would be, like, bitching all the time and complaining all the time, but Josh was, like, a cool guy. He like, stuff just always got to him, you know what I mean? He was that kind of guy. But Josh would say, like, I'd heard Josh say this, like, a handful of times with, like, holy fuck, I hate Planet Fitness. I can't wait to leave here. I just want my daughter to, like, I think he says once his daughter gets to, like, middle school, like once his daughter's old enough to that, like he doesn't have to like watch her, like during the summers. Basically, he'd been staying at Planet Fitness because during the summers his daughter, you know, is like, you know, home, and so he basically was able to switch schedules during the summer so that he could stay at home during the day and then work nights instead, work, you know, like night shifts. And so that worked with him and his wife in terms of taking care of his daughter. And so like for all of his life, you know, I mean, all of his daughter's life, he's been basically working at Planet Fitness. It's crazy. He told me one time that his daughter kind of gets annoyed because people are always saying, oh yeah, I see your dad at Planet Fitness. Oh yeah, I recognize your dad from Planet Fitness. And she would like kind of get like pissed at that. It's like, well, I see him all the time. Some shit, you know what I mean? Well, or people are always saying that they see you at Planet Fitness, right, whatever. And it's just like, I was just putting myself in Josh's scenario as like, yo, like mid-30s, like wife and kid, like working at this like Planet Fitness as like an assistant manager, that he doesn't act like, he fucking hates this job, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like, holy shit, I never want to live that life, dude. I never want to live that life where I feel like I'm just working this dead-end job simply because of like the money and because of my family. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like, is that noble? Yes. But like, that's no way to live, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's no way to live. Like, there's the guy who sacrifices his own life and what he really desires to just take care of his family. And then there's the guy who does what he wants, lives how he wants, loves his life, and still takes care of his family. You know what I mean? Like, what's your level of ambition? You feel me? I don't want this. This shit is whack as fuck to me, bro. And if you're watching this video, that shit is whack as fuck to you. You don't ascribe to this like 9-to-5 shit that the programmers have instilled upon us. Nah. We don't want that shit. We don't want to sell our souls for 40 years. We don't want to go to college. We don't want to do none of that shit, bro. We want to make fucking art. That's it. All we want to do is make stuff and like impact people, and that's it. And like live life and love life and have a bunch of fun and have amazing friends and fuck beautiful women and, you know, do cool shit. Like, be in nature. Like, this is amazing, bro. I couldn't do this if I worked a 9-to-5. It's 12:36 right now. You see that? Bro, come on, man. Like, you want to live, you want to love, you want to experience life. You want to feel the eros of life that it has to offer. You want to feel what God has to give you. I'm with you, gang. I'm fully with you on that, bro. I know. I feel you. But you're just trapped in this paradigm of like, oh, I need the money, though. I need the security. I need the safety, right? And this really just comes from like the programmers, right? This comes because your parents have told you, oh, you can't be an artist. Oh, that'll never be sustainable. Oh, you can't make money that way. You got to do this instead. You got to be this instead. Your parents have told you that. The education has told you that. The education system has told you that. The workplace has told you that. The government's told you that. The media's told you that. Everybody in the world's telling you that. Besides the artists and the entrepreneurs who actually like their lives and want you to like your life too, right? Right? And so it's like, maybe you should stop listening to the people that you don't want to live like. You see the people that have the life you don't want, but you're still listening to their advice. What are we talking about, bro? You shouldn't be listening to anybody who doesn't have the life that you want, or at least has your genuine best interest at heart and doesn't have their own thoughts projected onto you, right? Most people, like in your family or even friends, may think they have your best interest at heart, but really they're just projecting their own shit onto you, and they just want to control you because they didn't have something that, you know, they wanted, and so they can vicariously live through you now. You see what I'm saying? That shit is for the birds, bro. If you want that, stop watching this video, never watch me again. Awesome. You can go live that life. Cool. I mean, that's not cool. That's whack as fuck. But if you want that, I guess, bro, ball out. If you don't want that, here's what I want you to do. I want you to stop being so obsessed with doing and being liked, like doing the things and being liked by people who aren't aligned with your goals, with your values, with your desires. Like, you want to be an artist. Period. You want to impact people with your stories. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're a singer. Maybe you're a dancer. Maybe you're a filmmaker. Maybe you're a lot of things like me, right? Probably are. Anybody who's not that, who doesn't resonate with that, who doesn't see that vision, who doesn't have that desire in their heart, we can't expect them to understand us, and that's okay. That's all right, because not everyone's going to. That's fine. That's okay. But there are people who will, like me. I get it. And so you should listen to me, or the other people that actually get what you like got going on. You should listen to the people who were in your scenario, who were stuck, who were feeling like they want to give of themselves to something, but feel like they're trapped in their current situation. Feel like they don't really have the energy to give them themselves. That's why I'm telling you to quit your lame ass job. Fuck that lame ass 9 to 5. Now this is really geared at people who don't really need the money, right? If you're someone who really needs to take care of your family, if you really need to pay bills and stuff like that, okay, I mean, like, of course. But even for those people, I would say, like, in your first 1 to 2 hours of your day, what are you doing? Are you prioritizing yourself, or are you prioritizing the world? Because there are people who had jobs, had 9 to 5s, and still built their business in an hour, 2 hours a day. There are people who have done it. Is it harder? Absolutely. Absolutely. But what's your level of ambition, right? Do you fucking want it, or are you okay with just being mediocre? Are you okay with not being an artist? Are you okay with just selling your soul for the next 40 years, maybe retiring at 70, and then, you know, maybe enjoying like some art museums here and there, maybe enjoying that your kids or your grandkids are artists and that you can live through them? Is that what you want? Yo. Yo, fuck that shit, bro. Do you fucking understand me, dog? Yo. Bro, when I threw that water bottle, my bracelet just snapped, my black bracelet. Yo, I'm so sad now. Pain. Anyways, that's what happens when you're being a drama queen, right? Yo, fuck that lame ass shit, bro. You feel me? Dog, like, no. You are an artist. Simple. Have you been making art? Probably not, because you're just too depressed and you have no energy. I get it. I've been there. But you want to. You have this calling. And you just feel like you don't really have the energy because all of your mental bandwidth is going towards this bullshit. Now, I'll say that even though all of your mental bandwidth is going towards bullshit, you're also too distracted by social media. So that's another thing, right? If you got less distracted by social media and you actually prioritize yourself in your first 1 to 2 hours of your day, maybe that means waking up 4 to 6 a.m., you could still make progress. You can still make progress with the job. Very possible, right? But like I said, this is really aimed at the people who don't even need the money, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you live with your parents, bro, fuck that job. Because the thing is, like, you want to build. You want to be an artist. You want to be an entrepreneur, right? You want people to recognize the things that you've put out there, and you want to be compensated for those things. Awesome. Like, that's fucking sick. I want those things too. Right? Like, I'm fully with you on that. If you want that, you have to live that life. The artist makes art. Are you making art? The artist puts themselves out there so that people know about their art and can pay them for it. Are you doing that? Are you making content on social media so that people can recognize your art? Maybe, like, are you doing something else, right? Like, I'm doing this, like, I have this channel, like the Mystical Polymath. This isn't really like my artistic pursuit. This is more of like my philosophical and entrepreneurial pursuit, because one, I'm a philosopher, I'm a teacher, I'm a guide. I have a lot of purpose in this, and that fuels me. But also business, money, awesome. And I want those things, right? And so it's like, for me, I have this, you know, and it's like, you know, there's still creativity, storytelling, stuff like that goes into content, it goes into like these videos. But my main artistic pursuits are music, are poetry, are philosophical fiction, right? Those things. That's not this. But this fuels that because, you know, one, the purpose, and two, it's going to build me something that gives me that financial, that time, that location freedom that I desire. Do I have that right now? No. I'm fucking broke. I still live with my parents. It's what it is. But we're gonna get there. You know what I mean? We're gonna get there. And I know we're gonna get there because I have the right vehicle and I'm putting the fuel in the vehicle so that it keeps moving. I'm making art and I'm putting my stuff out there for people to see. You see what I'm saying? Are you doing that? No. So you should start. How do you start? I'm going to give you 3 things you should focus on, okay? If you focus on these 3 things, you're going to be turned. Number 1 is production, actually making stuff. Number 2 is improvement. This is getting better at your craft, right? Become so good, they can't ignore you, right? Become so good, it's unreasonable that you don't have the results that you want, right? That comes from improving at your craft. And then 3 is the purpose. That's like the why behind why you're doing your things, right? And so those should be like the 3 things you focus on. Let's talk about all 3 of them. 1, production. Actually making stuff. Like, you gotta make stuff. Right? And so like recently, I've been in the lab with music. And I've been like writing songs. I've been singing a lot recently. I'll bust them out for you real quick. Hold up. Actually, I've been working on this song. Hold on. I'll sing a little bit of it to you right here. I'll sing a little bit of it to you real quick. This is like my R&B song. This is my first R&B song. Alright. Do I have the... Wait, let me play it actually. It might not sound that good, but we'll try it. Okay? Oh, wait, but it... Actually, I'll still go for it. I have like a beginning. It's like, the beginning of it is basically like this girl. She sent me like a voice memo, and I have that at the beginning of it. The instrumental won't have that, but it's fun. Okay. Yeah, we just go into tangents here. This is gonna happen. Busting in the song randomly. I've been feeling you, girl, and I know you've been feeling me too. I've been feeling you, yeah, and I know you've been feeling me too. And I know you've been feeling me too. Yeah. I've been feeling you, girl, and I know you've been feeling me too. Damn, I can't fucking do this right. Okay, you know what? It's not hitting right now because I'm not actually listening to it, so I can't sing it properly to the melody. But it's alright, you know what I mean? So, you know, we're in the lab though, I just wanted to do that to give y'all examples, just so y'all know I wasn't just talking shit, right? But, production, that, very important, right? Actually making stuff. You're not an artist if you're not making art. The fuck? Like, you're a yapper, you're a thinker. Artists are doers, right? You're not a painter if you don't paint. You're not a YouTuber if you don't make YouTube videos. You're not a writer if you don't write. You're not a singer if you don't sing. You're not a songwriter if you don't write songs. Like, come on, what are we talking about? Do the thing. And the thing is, once you do the thing, like, consistently for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you can adopt the identity that I am this person now. And then it's so much easier to do it, right? Like right now, it's hard because even though you have this desire, you may not have the identity of that artist, right? So like for me, 2 years ago, I wasn't really making YouTube videos consistently when I was 19. I'd wanted to, but I was too fucking depressed. And so I didn't have the identity of a YouTuber. But it was easier for me because I have previously. I made my first YouTube videos when I was 8 years old. February 24th, 2012. That date is stamped into my fucking brain. And I made over 100 videos when I was 8 to 10 years old. Like, I've been doing this shit for a long time, bro. I've been a YouTuber before, right? But I fell off after, I was 10 because a lot of insecurity, right? I started gaining so much insecurity, and this started blocking my creativity. I mean, creativity is an expression of the self. And if I'm insecure about who I am, why would I want to express that consistently? See what I'm saying? And so it's like, I had been a YouTuber, but then I just lost that identity because of, my insecurities, because of programming. And so when I was 19, it was a lot easier for me to go back and be like, no, but I have been before. This is actually who I am. I just have to shed away the bullshit, the layers that I've accrued over time, right? I just have to shed away the programs that have, that are blocking me right now. And so as I did that over 2023 through 2024, I eventually got to this place in May 2024 where I was like, nah, I'm gonna fucking do this shit. And from May 15th, 2024 through August 24th, 2024, I uploaded every single day on YouTube, 101 days straight. And that shit like really solidified the like, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Like, I am a creator. Like, that shit solidified the identity for me. But it didn't take 100 days for me to solidify the identity. It only took like 3 weeks. When I was uploading consistently again for like 3-4 weeks, it was so easy and effortless. You see what I'm saying? You gotta get past that initial friction, that initial hardship, and then once you're past that barrier, you're gonna be flowing. So there's production. There's actually doing the thing. And it's gonna be hard at first. But once you get some reps in and you have the identity that I'm the person, it's gonna be so much easier. So right now, I just want you to focus on just doing the thing. Like pick something, just one thing for now, and just do it. All right, just do it every day actually. Do it every fucking day, every day. Make a YouTube video every day, even if you don't upload it. Record every day, write every day. Practice your songs every day. Practice, I want to learn piano. I haven't been practicing that every day. That's different. But it's like, do things every day. If something is genuinely your focus, you should be doing it every day. So like right now, my main focus is actually YouTube videos. My secondary things are like music and fiction. But right now, my main focus is actually improving my storytelling and improving my videos because I want to attract more people to my mission. I want to impact people. I want to make fucking money. This is business, right? Right? Of course, money isn't my primary fuel source, which is why I can do this even though I'm fucking broke. And I still love it, and I'm still hype as fuck, and I still want you to take my fucking advice. I don't care if you buy my program or not. I want you to, but I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's like, making art is what's going to make you feel good. Right? Having money so you can survive, so that you can invest in yourself, I mean, that's valid, for sure. But at the end of the day, like, it's not going to give you that sense of fulfillment. You're still stuck in cycles of escapism, right? You're still stuck in, attachment to men or women, right? To your relationships. You're still operating from lack. And it's because you're not full already, right? And that's because you're not making art. You're not giving your gift. Here's the thing, like, I'm going to be so real with you right now. I'm going to be so real with you right now. I wish I could tell you that, like, having subscribers or making money or getting girls or anything in the physical world actually, like, gave you satisfaction or fulfillment. I really wish I could tell you that. I'd be lying to you, okay? It would be a lie. Yeah, it might feel good, it might be pleasurable, it might give you some, some sense of satisfaction for, a temporary moment, right? At the end of the day, like, inherently, all things of this physical reality are finite. And that means they're fading away, they're shifting. The thing that doesn't shift is God. And what God calls you to do. God is always there. The love of God is always there. The guidance of God is always there. Now, people are changing. People shift, right? Things in life change. Circumstances change. How people feel about you change. How you feel about people change. But God is always there for you. And so if you can not distract yourself, if you can tune out the external world, if you can go within, if you can listen, if you can ask God for guidance, if you can feel that God's love is always around you. When you breathe, like, actually, I want you to breathe with me right now. Take these 2 deep breaths with me right now. Right now. Okay? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You feel that? Like, you just feel so much calmer, so much more at peace. That peace, that calmness, that bliss, that is God. God is always there at all times. God will give you that fulfillment and your purpose, your calling, right? Which is your gift that you have to give to the world, which is your fucking art and your perspective and who you just are. giving that to your people, those are the things that are going to fill you up. Making money is awesome. Getting followers is awesome. Having women is awesome. All those things are great. At the end of the day, like last year, I learned this. Like that 101 day stint of daily uploads, I kid you not. I went from 69 to 1K subs. I made like $1,700 online through like coaching and courses in that time period. And I literally got married. I literally found my ex-wife. She found me through my YouTube channel. And I literally married her. And then we split up after a couple months. And I basically stopped making any money from my business. And I was averaging like 200 to like 500 views in like my peak after this time period. So like during my peak, July to August, I was up. And then I fell off like September, October. In October, I was probably averaging like 30, 50 views. You see what I'm saying? I was making no money. And at the end of October, me and my ex-wife split up because I was no longer myself. I was depressed. I was not myself. I wasn't really grinding. I wasn't really working hard. I was trapped in lust. There's like so many things. There's so many things. But I just wasn't me. I wasn't who I wanted to be. I wasn't able to make progress. And I didn't like that. And I knew that like being in this relationship was why I felt this way. Because I had so many things that like, oh, I wanted to show up for her. I wanted to provide for her. I wanted to do these things, right? And it's like, it's not like any of that was bad or anything. But it's like, at the end of the day, it took away from me just having the love of making art. And it was the love of making art that even got me those results. It was the love of just showing up and making those videos that got me the followers or the subscribers and the sales and the girl. You see what I'm saying? And then I lost all of those things because I stopped coming from the love of just making art. When you just show up and you give your gift, whatever that is, right? Maybe that's teaching, maybe that's singing, maybe that's painting. When you just make progress towards developing your craft, when you give of yourself to others, that is what's going to fulfill you. People, like, I'm sorry, bro, like, it's not gonna happen. Right? Not to say you don't need relationships. Relationships are very important, right? But to think that, like, a woman is going to give you that fulfillment that you don't have already, you're tripping, bro. And if you think that, you're already fucked. You might attract a woman like that, but she's gonna leave, promise. Because women don't want to fill your cup up. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They want you to fill their cup up. Women don't want to be your source of fulfillment. They want you to already be fulfilled. You know what I mean? But you're lacking. Why are you lacking? Because you're not giving your gift. You're not being you. You're not making art. So make stuff, bro. Fuck me. Make stuff. All right? Fuck. Holy shit. So that's production, but also improvement, right? I was kind of ranting, but improvement is super important, bro. Right now, I'm focusing, like I told you, I'm focusing on these videos. And I kid you not, my focus, I have, like, this is how I'm improving. I don't know if you can really see this that well. It's in highlighter. But it says focus is, oh shit, details in stories, right? I had my videos previously on this channel that I had recorded. I haven't been recording in, like, the last, like, week. I kind of been lacking, I'm not gonna lie. I've been, like, all over the place in terms of, like, streaming, chess, music, just trying to figure life out. Like, I'm trying to make fucking money too. It's like, I'm trying to figure shit out, right? So, honestly, I've been lacking with my recording, right? But today, I went through some of my, or at least like one of my old videos. It was actually two of them. But I wanted to basically go through them and see like, hey, where are like some points in the videos where I feel like, hey, here's something I can improve. Here's something I can get better at. You know what I mean? And I had like 5 things on the list. There was like, audio was too low, there was too many filler words, but I also had more details in the stories, because when I listened to super detailed stories from my mentor, or mentors, but especially my mentor Hamza, that was like the thing that like really got me like super emotionally connected to him and feeling like I related to him well and feeling like I was like engulfed in his world. And I feel like those are what's actually going to like help me attract, you know, the clients and the people, the students that I want, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, okay, my focus is to be more detailed in my stories, to have better storytelling. And so like that's a way I'm trying to improve, right? I'm going and I'm actually looking at the things that I've made, and I'm seeing, I'm like, what are things that I could be better at here? And then I'm literally making myself focus on it. Like I literally have it written in highlighter. I went searching in my bag. I'm like, I hope I have like a color in here so I can make it pop. I didn't have a colored pen, but you know what I mean? We had the highlighter girl, came in clutch. That was very useful. Improvement. That's how you actually improve. You improve by looking at what you previously did, seeing, oh, I could actually do this better, and then focusing on that one thing until you've gotten better at it, until it's like second nature, right? So I only want to focus on improving my details in my stories until I feel like I'm just super good at telling detailed stories, and then I can focus on the next thing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to record a second video after this. This second video is going to have the exact same focus. Details and stories. See what I'm saying? That's improvement. So there's production, number one, improvement, number two. Improvement is so important because at the end of the day, it's like your skill level when you just start something is probably 0. If it's not 0, it's extremely low. But you have a vision. And the thing is, your vision and your skill don't align right now. And so it's going to take reps. It's going to take time. It's going to take iterations for you to raise that skill level to the clarity, to the level of like what your vision is, right? I want to be a much better storyteller. I want to be way more articulate. I want to not say filler words as much. I'm not there yet. I have so many more things to improve. That's a part of the game. That's a part of the game. That's a part of the journey. That's a part of the craft, you know what I mean? And I'm excited for that, you know what I mean? Like yesterday, I was saying this to myself. I was like, bro, like I am not in a rush. You know what I mean? Like I told you guys, like I'm fucking broke. I don't have any money. It's like, yeah, I want to make money. And like, if it came sooner than later, that would be nice. Right? But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not in a rush because I understand like good things take time. And if I just enjoy my day-to-day life, I don't need a rush. You know what I mean? And all it takes for me to enjoy my day-to-day life is connecting with myself, having that presence practice, which I do every single morning. I meditate every morning, or at least I'll journal, or maybe I'll go outside and walk, or maybe I'll like read, or maybe I'll just be super fucking present while I'm just like doing the dishes in the morning or some shit. You know what I mean? Or maybe I'll just, be very conscious, like no tunes or anything while I'm in the shower in the morning. You know what I mean? Having that presence, having that stillness, having that time to myself where I'm not allowing the world to distract me, right? That is a part of like, okay, if I do that, I'm gonna feel good today. If I give my gift, which is teaching, but also storytelling, and so that's like, if I kind of like address the philosopher or the artist today, awesome. So today I'm addressing the philosopher. I'm gonna address the artist today as well, because I want to get in the lab with music today. But if I address that today, we're turned, baby. It's like, for me, I'm not gonna lie. If I just do those two things, I'm pretty sick. Like, I'm pretty lit if I connect with myself, connect with God, have that stillness, have that presence time, and then I give of myself to my mission, to my purpose. If I improve on something, if I create some art, if I do something, if I'm getting in the flow state like I have been for the past 30 minutes recording this video, it's like, that's fucking sick. Like, I'm turned, bro. If I do those things, we're lit, baby. Cowabunga. Now you throw good combos with some homies, you throw, a nice J, you throw a beautiful woman in there. What? We're fucking lit, baby. You know what I mean? Throw a W walk in there, some good tunes, maybe a W dance sesh, you know what I mean? It's like all that's just icing on top of the cake. But it all stems from the fact that, like, I understand that, like, bro, I love my life when I just allow space and presence, and when I make art, or when I teach people things, you know what I mean? When I give my gift. That does it for me. You know what I mean? That fills me up. And that gets into the last reason, of purpose. the why behind your work. Like, why are you even making art? Like, why do you do this? You love it? All right, that's valid. You really want to be the best? That's valid. You know what I mean? You have this like burning desire to create. Awesome. You want to impact people with your stories? Sick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to tell you what your why should be. I'm just here to tell you that if your why doesn't come from right here, from the heart, it's eventually gonna run out, right? Like I said earlier, all things of this physical world, they're finite. They're finite. And so if something is external, right? If some fuel source is external, like, oh, I'm doing this, to satisfy my parents. Like, I'm going to college to satisfy my parents. Oh, I'm getting this job so that I can save up for 5 years and then I can go do what I really want. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing this so then. I'm doing this so then. I'm with this girl now even though I don't really like it because I'm scared of being out of a relationship because I don't like myself. You gotta stop operating from lack. But the thing is, like, you're not gonna start operating from abundance. Like, you're not gonna start shifting from lack to abundance if you don't start right now. All you have is right now, the present moment. And so it's like for me, actually, I told you guys earlier, I kind of been lacking on recording for the past week. I was bullshitting earlier. I said I was going to record these videos tomorrow. But I was like, nah, fuck that shit, man. I'm going to record them right now. I got to stop being full of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, guys, like, I have made over 500 YouTube videos in the last year. I still bullshit before I hit record, bro. That's a part of the game. The resistance, that creative resistance, it's basically always gonna be there. You can't look at it as like an enemy that is like getting in the way of you, having your goals or having your vision of succeeding and doing what you want. You need to view it as the force, the opposing force that's making you stronger, that's making you better, right? The more you fight the resistance, the stronger you get. How do you fight the resistance? By showing up in face of it, by making art in face of it. I was bullshitting, I was coping before I hit record, and then I started thinking about, yo, fuck your lame ass 9 to 5, make art, baby. And then I started getting hyper fucking excited. I was like, nah, I gotta hit record. You know what I mean? I got into that energy, and then it got me super excited to get into the milk. I mean, to do the work. It's so easy to get out of the cope when you just focus on the abundance. Like, the way you shift from lack to abundance is by putting your focus here instead of here. Instead of focusing on, oh, but what if it doesn't do well? Oh, but what if people don't like it? Oh, but what if it's bad? What if people do like it? What if it impacts people? What if it's good? I think you actually might be more scared of the latter than the former. I think you might be more scared of impacting people than not. I think you might be more scared of it being good than it being bad. Because now you have expectations to live up to. Now you have people to please. I've been there as well. I kid you not. I literally gave up on my last channel. I mean, I'm still going to post there maybe occasionally. That has 1.3k subs. I have a newsletter. I mean, I had an email list that had like 140 people, 140 subscribers. And I scrapped both of them. And I'm starting over fresh from this channel because I felt too obligated to those people and I felt like I wasn't able to actually operate how I wanted to operate. So I was like, yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck it. Those people had been following me for the last year. And I was like, I appreciate y'all, but I'm on to something new. If y'all want to come along, come along. And you know what? A lot of them haven't. And that's okay. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, I am no longer worried about what other people have to think about me. I don't care about expectations. I don't care about image. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. None of that shit matters to me, bro, honestly. All I care about is loving my life and helping as many people as possible love theirs. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, are there points where I feel like, holy shit, life is hard. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on. This shit sucks. Yes. Yes. Of course. Life is fucking real, bro. This shit is hard. But at the end of the day, like, man, for the last like 8 months, 10 months, I've been at this place where it's like, holy shit, man, like, it doesn't matter how real life is. I'm never gonna stop loving it. I'm never gonna stop feeling like I'm gonna get through this. Like, I'm gonna be better. Like, I'm gonna get where I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I've always had that desire and like that belief in myself. Over the last 10 months, that conviction has completely like solidified and hardened. Like I told you earlier, like, I don't give a fuck how long it takes. Right? Like, I could pop off tomorrow or in a year. It wouldn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, cool. Now I have more people. Now I have some money. Now I can go like travel. I mean, like, all that stuff is awesome. But it's like, at the end of the day, even with those things, if I'm not doing the things like presence and giving my gift, I'm going to hate my life anyway. So getting those things doesn't actually matter. And I've come to this realization, like, I was watching this video. There's this YouTuber, his name is Christian Bell. He has a channel called Wisdom Warriors. And he was talking about how, like I told you, the physical world will never satisfy you. And I was like, when I heard him say this, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was able to connect it with my previous experience, like I told you guys, of how I got the money and the followers and the girl, and then I lost all of them, right? I lost all of it because then I was attached, because I stopped doing the things that got me in. I realized when Christian had said that, and then when I, referenced my previous experience, I was like, bro, I got on this journey of like seeking, of desire. He was talking about like seeking, and how like when you start seeking, it's because you're so dissatisfied with what the world is giving you. All you want is to find satisfaction in the world. All you want is to find something satisfying that the world can give you. Unfortunately, the world can never give you that. And this is why there are millionaires, billionaires, there are tons of people who are super successful, musicians, athletes, artists, who kill themselves, who OD on drugs, who do like crazy shit. They're attempting to find satisfaction in the world. They're never gonna find it. Because like I said, the world is finite. The world is never going to fulfill you, because at the end of the day, what you're looking for is God. God. And God is infinite, which means that the desire for God is always expanding, and it's never ending. And there's always more God to experience, to desire. And so the journey never ends. There's a fly in my face. The journey never ends, bro. It never ends. It doesn't. And so, like, you need to adopt this paradigm that, like, okay, well, if it's never going to end, I need to just do the things that I never want to stop doing. That needs to be the things I want. If there are things in your life that you want to stop doing eventually, you should be figuring out how to stop doing those things as soon as fucking possible. Like quitting your lame ass 9 to 5. You see how this has come full circle? Inherently, the things of this physical reality, they're finite. And so they run out, they're limited. And so the fuel that this physical reality can give us, this external reality can give us, it's finite, it's limited. But the fuel that comes from our internal world, from our heart, from our soul, that is infinite, because it comes from God. That desire to contribute to the collective, to serve others, to give to others, to heal others, to impact others, to share your stories, share your teachings. These desires are infinite. They never go away. You can suppress them, but they come back up. I know you know that. You've probably tried to suppress them. I tried for 10 years, right? Like I told you guys, I stopped really making YouTube videos when I was 10. I didn't really start back when I was 20. For 10 years, I was living in escapism, porn, video games, binging food, weed, alcohol, girls, you name it, I did it. Well, besides like hard drugs, right? But social media, like, I had all the other addictions. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it a stack. I still smoke too much weed. But it's like, at the end of the day, I'm no longer allowing anything to distract me from my gift. And that's the most important thing. I don't allow things to distract me from giving my gift. Now, I might for a temporary time, maybe like a week. But then I get to this point of just feeling like, I just don't feel good. I just don't feel like myself. I need to hit fucking record. And then 2 minutes into hitting fucking record, I'm fucking turned, baby. I'm fucking sick. I'm lit. That's why I'm here right now. Because my purpose is to help my artists. But I said earlier, my mission is to help as many artists live their most free and authentic lives by helping them understand who they truly are and helping them express who they truly are. And that's why I'm so passionate about bridging these worlds, right? I talk about philosophy and mysticism. That's like the understanding who they truly are. And the expressing who they truly are, that comes from art, but that also comes in relationships, right? And so that's why I'm so passionate about all these worlds and about, just teaching people about all these things. If that mission resonates with you, I'd appreciate if you join us. You join our movement. And if you trust me enough and you're ready to take your journey to the next level, come join us over in Masters of Alchemy. Here's the final thing. You're an artist. Now, you may not have the identity right now, but you probably did as a kid, right? Remember I told you guys how I did as a kid? You probably did as well. You probably loved singing as a kid. I did. You probably loved dancing as a kid. I did. You probably loved crafting and making YouTube videos as a kid. I did, right? And maybe if you didn't love doing those things, you have your things. Have you been doing those things recently? Maybe not. But that's only because you've been operating from a program that's not aligned with who you truly are, right? You have these false programs that have been instilled upon by your parents, by the media, by the school system, whatever. And so you're not being an artist, you're not being you. But that's not because that's not who you are, that's because you're just not acting like it. So you just gotta start fucking acting like it, bro. So make stuff every day. Every day. And eventually start focusing on how to improve it, right? For now, don't worry about improving stuff, that's too hard. Right now, just make stuff. But eventually focus on, improving. And underlying both of those things, what's really driving both of those things, you know what I mean? It's like, you can have a craft, you can have, an improvement, but it's like, think of it like this. I've been telling you guys all this video, I'm broke, I don't have any money, but this is my purpose, I don't care. I'm just gonna make these videos anyway. There are people who only make YouTube videos to make money. I make YouTube videos because I want to help people and I want to make fucking money. I want to help people, I want to express myself, and I want to make fucking money. And so, like, anybody who doesn't have, like, the purpose that I do, the fucking burning desire to help artists, they're never gonna beat me in, like, the long term. Because I just have infinite fuel, and they don't. Money is finite. Contributing to the collective's growth is infinite. There is no cap to how much I can help people grow. Now, obviously, there technically is because, I'm living a finite life. But through the vehicles I choose, my teachings, my stories, the things that I give, my art, can live on forever. And so, actually, it can be infinite. I mean, shit, I was reading Aristotle's Metaphysics yesterday when I was in bed. Going to sleep to metaphysics is kind of crazy. I'm such a fucking nerd, bro. Oh, shit, that's so funny, bro. But it's like that purpose. That purpose, that why, that fuel for your car, that's everything. If you don't have that coming from in here, it's not going to matter. And the thing is, like, guys, you don't have to have this super clarified mission statement like me, like helping as many people as possible or helping as many artists as possible live their most free and authentic lives, right? All I knew 2 years ago before I got on this journey of like really doing the inner work truly for myself and showing up for myself and, you know, being a creator over the last year. Before I started doing this 2 years ago, all I knew was that I loved making YouTube videos. That's what I wanted to do. And that I loved helping people with their mental health. That's it. That's all I fucking knew. All I knew was those two things. But I was like, you know what, Jaden? You're too fucked in the head right now. You should probably do something about that first. You should probably work on this first, right? So that's what I did. And so throughout, you know, the second half of 2023, I started working on myself a lot more. The first half of 2024, I was doing the same thing. And then eventually I got to this point of like, I'm gonna fucking run this up. And I've been making YouTube videos consistently for the last year. You don't need to have this like super clarified purpose or even the super clarified like, you know, vehicle, right? All I knew last year was YouTube for the like the thing I want to do, making YouTube videos, and then the purpose was helping people with their mental health. That's all I had. That's all I had. That's all I had. I didn't know anything else. I didn't have anything else more specific. I didn't have, you know, making videos about art, philosophy, mysticism, intersectional dynamics, bridging these worlds. I didn't have helping as many artists as possible live the most freedom. Oh, I didn't have none of that shit, bro. I didn't have none of this. All that has been revealed to me over time. It's a journey. It's a process. But you're only going to actually give of yourself to that journey and that process consistently if you have the proper purpose and the desire. And that comes from in here. If you don't know what that is, stop distracting yourself from the outside world. Go within, be fucking present, be still, and listen. Ask God, what is that thing? What should I be focusing on? You're not going to get the answer right away. You might get the answer right away. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes your intuition pops up and you like get a thought in your mind. That's your intuition answering, that's God answering. Listen to that. Other times, it might take time. Sometimes reality will present that thing to you in a circumstance or in a person. Sometimes you'll get that spark of insight 2 days later, a week later. That happens to me sometimes as well. That's how it is. But first you set your intention to be open to receiving the answer. And then God knows you're open to receiving the answer. When you ask, you can find. Jesus said, knock, and the door shall open. Seek, and you shall find. So knock, seek, do the thing, make the thing. And if you don't know what thing you don't, if you don't know what that thing is right now, or you're not fully sure, or maybe you don't know the purpose behind it, like, that's okay. Just take action regardless. Just start moving anywhere. And if you really have no clue where to start, get off YouTube. Holy shit, voice crack. Get off YouTube, go outside, or like, sit down and meditate. Like, close your eyes and just be with yourself for like 5 minutes. Bro, if you can't just be with your thoughts for 5 minutes, you have a problem. You're like too distracted. Should work on that. Okay? I'm gonna stop rambling. I want you to quit your lame ass 9 to 5, or at least, figure out a way to go part-time or get out of there as soon as possible so that you can actually have the energy you want to put towards your art, because that's what you want to do. And even if you're not in a position to quit, I need you to, one, be less distracted by your screens so that you can put energy and time into your art, but also make it a priority to wake up early and do your art first. Give yourself your fucking energy first. Give your mission and God and your art your energy first before you go give your job or the world your energy. You understand me? Okay, awesome. I'm gonna shut up now. Like I said earlier, my name is Jaden. I'm a mystic, I'm a philosopher, I'm a polymath, I'm a healer. If our mission resonates with you, I'd appreciate if you drop a sub, join us here on YouTube. And if you trust me enough to take your journey to the next level, come join us over in Masters of Alchemy, baby. Do it today, be better for it tomorrow. Stay devoted, stay inspired.